What's up, YouTube? It's Kenny again. I'm driving south on 35, headed to College Station to go see my kid, alright? I wanted to make a little update. We haven't really talked about where the total accounts are in a while. I also want to say, I made that video yesterday talking about OEG was up 65%. It ended the day up 115%, guys. That's a fucking giant move on OEG, all right? Now, I just lost some today. I could have sold it for around a $450 profit, but I did not because I still do think that it's going to 10, if not higher. And I'm holding on to it, all right? I want to squeeze some more profit out of it. So, I just wanted to make a brief video while I'm taking this trip to update you guys on the total accounts, okay? Because I haven't done that in a while. We've been in the red on most of our stocks for a long time, and truth be told, I'm still in the red on a little bit on Hyliion. I'm in the red by about 600 on Enphase and about 600 on Lordstown Motors right now. I fully expect those to come back. I'm not a financial advisor, okay? So before the pullback in February, the Roth IRA was up about 60%. Now, I took some losses and rebalanced and stuff when that started happening and got out of some stuff for some small losses. But as it stands right now, even with being down in Enphase and Ride, my total account is up in my Roth by about 20%. I've put $8,000 in there, and it's hovering just at or above 9,600. So I'm at about a 20% total profit on the Roth IRA. So we're still doing good, even with the pullback and even being down in some stuff and taking some losses during that stuff since February. We're still doing good. I mean, still 20% return is not bad. And I started investing just less than a year ago. So that's less than a year. And, we could still get well above that 20% mark before that 1 year mark hits. But I consider, even though it was at 65% before, I still consider 20% to be a good return, all right? So on the cash account, it's much smaller, all right? It's like, now that I made that little deposit, there's probably $1,800 in it, okay? It's down. I don't know what the exact percentage is. It's still down about $200. So still got a ways to go to get back up into the green on the cash account. But I rebalanced and changed some stuff because of what was going on after February. And OEG's now in the green. Still waiting on Hyliion and Lordstown again in that account to come up. And getting a little bit of gains in Bitcoin and Ethereum, the positions that I just started. They kind of fluctuating up and down. And then in the M1 Finance account for the YouTube money, all the YouTube money, Patreon money, t-shirt money for my other channel, all that stuff goes into that M1 Finance. We've only made 2 months worth of deposits and already put over $700 in there, and it is currently up about 9%. It's 8 point something, up in the high 8%. So the YouTube portfolio is up as well. So the Roth is up 20%, M1 Finance up around 9%, and the cash account is down about $200, probably 20%, somewhere around there. And that's where we're sitting with everything. Now, I hope some of you guys made some money on the OEG. I saw some people comment that they still were not in the green after that 65, but it did almost do twice that before the end of the day. So hopefully some of you who had higher cost bases were able to cash out, take some profits or something to get yourself back in the green. If not, I still believe that stock is going to go to 10 or more. On the high side, analyst targets are like 15, and the stock's rated as a buy. So the analysts obviously believe that it's going up. It's still below the lowest analyst price target right now. So I think it's still got room to run. It needed that good news to start getting it back on track. It'll probably cool off a little bit. I expect more news to be coming. I expect more runs for this stock over the next month or two. And my target to think about selling it, okay, for me, somewhere around $10. You know, I might sell it a little bit lower than that, but I'd like to get a double up, and in order to get a double up, it's got to go to 1160 for me to get a double up. But $10 is pretty close, so we'll see how I feel about it. I think it will go higher than that, but you know, I'm about taking those profits, and green is green and profit is profit. I want to maximize and get as much as I can, but I also don't want to hang around in stuff too long. So that's my plan. When it hits $10 or it gets up toward $10, I'll start thinking about selling it, unless something changes. But my thesis, you know, on the stock tells me that it should go over $10 before the end of the year at some point. So that's where I'm at with that. Lordstown still just coming up a little bit at a time. You know, right now it's no more of those big jumps right now, but you know, we're still having 3 and 4 and 5% days here and there. So up today, just waiting on it. I really feel like it's a possibility I could get a double up on that one too, but you know, I'd be happy with 40%, something like that. So we'll see when I decide to sell that one. Hyliion, you know, it's a longer term outlook for me. It's still not, I'm not one to hold it for no 3 or 4 years, but you know, we're gonna wait and see what kind of news comes out, what kind of orders they start getting and stuff like that, and see where we are before I sell it. I like to make, you know, I got a really good cost basis on it right now, and I'd like to make some good money on it. But just if everything comes back and just gets in the green in the Roth, I'll be up to about, I don't know, somewhere around, let's see what that's, 612, somewhere around 35-40% return, just if it comes in the green and I don't even make no money. So, you know, I'm feeling pretty good still about where everything is. I still feel like OEG is going to go over 10. I still feel like Lordstown's going to get back up over 20. Hyliion, you know, is a little bit of a longer term outlook, but it deserves to be a lot higher than where it is right now. So, and the Enphase, guys, the Enphase is a beast of a company, and they're just like being hit by the semiconductor shortage, and you know, it's just kind of a waiting game with that one. I mean, I expect it to be back up in that 200 to 210 range before the end of the year. We'll see. And that's where I am with everything, guys. I'm enjoying my home time. I have gotten a lot of stuff done. I got all of my stuff moved out of my ex's house into storage. I had some other stuff that I've got, my musical instruments. I didn't want to leave them in a storage, so I took it to my friend's house. I had one of my guitars worked on that's been needing it. Got it back into shape, and got rid of a couple older guitars, donated them to a buddy of mine that owns a music shop, and he does some stuff to help out kids that are in need and stuff. So those instruments will be going to some type of charity drive, and that's where I am right now. I still got a few more things to accomplish. You guys keep me in your thoughts, because I have to take a DOT physical tomorrow, which I'm having to just eat salads and cheat to try to pass it because of my type 2 diabetes. If I go in there and I piss sugar, my career is over. So keep me in your thoughts with that. I appreciate your support, guys. Welcome aboard to all you new subscribers, and join the fucking Patreon to support the channel. Thanks for watching.